Fresh, fast, tasty. Kosher in the Kitch. We're here at Ditmas Kitchen Cocktail, and we're gonna get a behind-the-scenes look with Chef Alex Reznik. He's gonna show us how he flips the ultimate latke.
Hey, how are you? My name's Alex Reznik. Welcome to Ditmas Kitchen Cocktail. I'm gonna show you guys a really cool recipe. It's a little play on the traditional latkes, but instead of potatoes, we're gonna use beets. Beets are one of my favorite foods. I'm Russian, and I love borscht. So this is kind of my interpretation of a Russian borscht, but in a latke form. So you could do anything you want. What I did was I got some red beets and I got some yellow beets. I peeled them, and then we shredded them. You could shred them the old-fashioned way, like Bubby used to do, on a hand grinder, or you could buy a fancy machine, put them in there, and just go zoop, zoop, whatever you want. All right. So this is a really simple recipe. Here, I'm going to start out with some of the yellow beets. We're going to throw them in here. Add a little bit of flour, a little bit of egg yolk. All right. Now let's do the red ones. Now you could just use anything you want to mix it up. I like to use my hands, but when I'm using the red beets, I always put on gloves because otherwise your hands are going to be red all day. So again, with the flour, a little bit of that egg, salt, pull up, some oil going. You know it's hot when the oil starts to run. Look at this beautiful yellow beets and red beets. So vibrant, so beautiful. Using your hands, form nice little patties. Just put them right into the pan, form them flat, and you just let them cook. So you know they're ready on one side when you see the outside edges start to crisp up. Come over, nice and crispy. Pat them down. We'll do the same thing with our red ones. Red beet, and flip it over. Let that cook for about 4 minutes, and then we'll be ready to eat. That's my favorite part. You know, everybody has their own traditional way of how to eat latkes. Some people it's sour cream, some people it's applesauce, some people it's sour cream and applesauce. Some people, you know, have gone crazy and put all kinds of different stuff and use latkes as any kind of medium. So what I like to do is I'm gonna have a little fun with these latkes. Here I made a butternut squash puree. I roasted some butternut squash, made a puree out of it. Here I took some tofu, blended it up with a little bit of almond milk. And this is a chimichurri. So a chimichurri is a really classic condiment. It's garlic and lots of herbs, a little bit of olive oil. Super, super delicious. The latkes are almost ready. Let's get the plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this butternut squash down on the plate first. I'm going to make a nice little center for it. Let's get a nice little color on there. Some people like to put everything on top. I like to build a foundation. So I got the butternut squash there on the bottom. Then we'll take our first latke, put it right there, just in the middle. Take our yellow latke, put it on top. Red one, just like that. Our crema, kind of drizzle it around. Take our chimichurri, also do the same thing, get some more on the plate. And then I like to garnish mine with just a little bit of aromatics. I love mint. Just do a little bit right there. Call it a day. Voila. So we have a red and yellow beet latkes, butternut squash puree, and a beautiful chimichurri. From all of us here at Ditmas, have a happy Hanukkah. Yeah. All right, so let's try this. Love beets. Oh yeah. I can eat that.
I can't wait to dig in. Okay, I'm gonna bless this first and then take a bite. That was amazing. Get the recipe on Kosher in the Kitch. A new day, a new latke. We're here at MexiKosher, and we're gonna see how everyone's favorite kosher chop champion likes to whip up his favorite latke.
Hi, Katsuji Tanabe from MexiKosher here in Los Angeles. I'm making you guys like a wrong version of a latke. Every time that I see latkes, it's always like, you know, the healthy with applesauce, but I always missing some type of protein. So what I want to do is I want to make it something that looks nice and elegant, but at the same time it's like fatty and crispy and oily, and it's just like a take on the KFC double down, but we're gonna make it with latkes with 2 types of potato, roasted Burbank and sweet potato. All right? So this is what I have. I have a Japanese slicer, and this is how I create my latke. All right. So that's spitting for my potato. So I have my potato roasted right here. I'm gonna go with my sweet potato. What I'm trying to accomplish here is I'm trying to get long strings of potato, so it will help me to wrap the chicken much better. For the onion, I just want the juice. I don't want the stringy flavor of the onion, so I'm just pretty much using the onion just to give that extra flavor. Something that is very important for me at my restaurants is I'm serving Mexican food. We actually import the salt from Mexico in order to give the terroir of the real Mexican food. So I got some salt, the onion, some chicken that I have marinated in annatto seeds, paprika, cumin, coriander, orange juice, a bunch of stuff, cinnamon. So that's gonna give like very intense flavor. So now I'm gonna take my potato and I'm gonna wrap it. I have one right here, and I'm gonna go with my sweet potato. Right. So now I'm gonna go to the fryer and deep fry at 350 until it's golden crispy. The whole point of Hanukkah is to have that rich oil food. We wanna make it crispy and rich in oil, but we don't wanna make it saggy. While that's cooking, I'm taking my leftover mixture of sweet potato, onion, salt, and I'm gonna make a pan-fried latke here. Done. And the most important part is as soon as it comes out of the fryer, we have to hit it with some this is Mexican sea salt. It's time for plating. This is something that I learned after Top Chef, how to make my food much beautiful. A couple of years ago, I would just put it on a paper plate and give it to you. But I think now we have to work on really showcasing kosher food to a different level. So here's the chicken with the roasted potato. Here's my regular latke that it just looks like a plain latke. So we're gonna try to play with there we go. And then the sweet potato. We're gonna put some of the bitter greens, some radishes. Have some olive oil, champagne vinegar and salt. We wanna heat this just to make it more shiny. And since it's so rich on oil, I think we need to counterbalance this with a little bit of lime juice. Ta-da! That's our dish. I'm happy with this dish, but I think it really needs that Mexican touch. So I'm gonna put some quick pickled jalapenos that I pickled with some vinegar and olive oil, just to bring that extra spiciness. Thank you so much for coming, and happy Hanukkah from MexiKosher to you guys. Thank you.
This is amazing. It's like a piece of art, but I still want to dig in. You have to show me though, how are we going to eat this?
Well, it's just like this. We're going to destroy the whole thing. It's not that spicy. There you go.
Gonna bless it and then eat it.
A little spicy.
It's really good. So spicy.
Now, you try the traditional latke?
That was incredible. I love the creativity and the taste. You can find the recipe on kosherinthekitch.com. It's not the holidays unless you have something sweet to eat. We're at the delightful Magnolia Bakery, and we're going to watch them decorate special Hanukkah cupcakes.
Hi, welcome to Magnolia Bakery. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to decorate our festive Hanukkah cupcakes. And what you need is cupcakes, a wand, and a bucket of buttercream. And usually before you decorate cupcakes, you just want to take out all the air bubbles. And the way you do that is you just keep mixing, mixing, mixing until you get all your air bubbles out. And once you get all your air bubbles out, you want to smash it against the side. And you're going to pick up a nice teardrop shape of buttercream. And that's when you're going to go ahead and put it on there like a nice little teardrop with soft serve ice cream. And then you're going to pat it down. And then next you're going to go in for your swirl. And the way you do that is you turn your hand counterclockwise, and then when you go into the swirl, you're going to turn it back clockwise. You just keep spinning your cupcake. And then that's how you get your swirl. And then you go ahead and top it with sanding sugar, Star of David little sprinkles, and you can put a Star of David deck on. Or we have the picks or the dreidels. Happy Hanukkah from Magnolia Bakery.
Vanilla cupcake with chocolate for it. I'm going to taste it for you guys. I'm going to bless the cupcake first, and then I'm going to take a bite. Happy Hanukkah. We got our latkes today. We learned how to frost cupcakes. Now, the grand finale of Hanukkah, the jelly donut. We're here at Baby Cakes LA location, and we're going to watch them create the ultimate jelly donut for Hanukkah.
Hi, I'm from Baby Cakes, and I'm here to tell you about our holiday Hanukkah items. First is our arugula that we make from our pastry puff dough, and it's rolled up with our house-made cranberry blueberry sauce with chocolate chips rolled up inside. And these are our jam-filled mini donut holes that's sprinkled with powdered sugar. And now I'm just going to show you how we dress our jam donuts for Hanukkah holiday. And there you have it, our jam-filled powdered donuts. Happy Hanukkah from Baby Cakes!
Okay, I'm gonna go for it, and I'm going to try and stuff it with jelly and test it, because you made it look so good. So, do I just use this?
Yes, it's a single
Okay. Scoop it out the jelly, scoop it out the jam, and then just like stuff it on top.
over and get it in on that guy.
Like, then it's easier than actually stuffing like a whole donut.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and this is my favorite part. I'm all about sugar. Okay, so you just like turn it over.
Just like lightly tap it like a tambourine.
Oh, okay.
Like you're making some music.
Okay, I got that. Nice. Okay. Now I'm gonna test it because it's donuts, jelly, I have to eat one. Cut it out for you. I'm eating all this for you. See how amazing and delicious it is. I'm gonna bless it first and then take a bite. Those were delicious, and if you want to be able to taste this amazing dessert, just visit your local Baby Cakes location. They have one in New York City, they have one in LA. They're vegan, they're soy-free, they're gluten-free. That's the best guilty-free, amazing tasting dessert. Kosher in the Kitch.